Page 154, the last paragraph in this quarter's lesson, which is at the end of the lesson. He said, as Seventh-day Adventists, we have done a pretty good job of avoiding the theology of the prosperity gospel. Just like the others who are saying, you plant a seed to get this. We, as much as we are able to purpose, we try not to get into that kind of line. But we need to be cautious. We love wonderful Bible stories of God's presence, and that is from our children classes, to our personal classes, to the adult classes. These are stories we go through by and by. His medias and his marvelous interventions. We love to hear miracle stories and mission stories with happy endings and many baptisms. This morning we had a mission from Ghana, and there are 20 baptisms. We really say amen, and we love that. And so we should, it's good to do that. Heaven does also cherish when such stories are coming forward. Luke 15:7. You may read that on time to get what he said. But these stories aren't the full story of the message of the Great Commission and Revelation 14. If we are not careful, a type of mission prosperity gospel can creep into our mission and lead us focus on success rather than. I want you to get that word. We focus on success, the success of the church as an institution, and rather than looking at the faithfulness of individuals as Christians who corporately become faithful as a church. So the faithfulness, the commitment, and the discipleship, these are the essential elements in moving forward in this crisis. It's tempting to focus on the big baptisms and the marvelously successful evangelistic meetings while missing the larger story of the mission, which is our faithfulness, commitment, and discipleship, which we connect the two, Matthew and Revelation. So the ball rests on our doorsteps to be faithful, committed disciples.
Thank you so much, Elder Final crisis. For those who can recall, in the year 2002, the retreat was in Solomon Mahanangu campus of Edward Sokoine University in Morogoro. The team was preparing for the final crisis with Dr. Jack Sequeira. So when we are talking about crisis, thank you so much. You brought it, that the crisis we're looking at, there is a mission being done as we are involved, bringing people on board, bringing children of God to hear Him as we got from Revelation 14. Fear God and give glory to Him. We are telling them to come. And they are coming because the world is faced with a challenge to make the decision either for Christ or for Satan. There are no middle road here. But as we put it, I want to bring you Sister Daisy. And Mauro has brought some element that we know. Then recently in September, we had Hope Africa, which was being televised from our church, New Life. And when you get the statistics, pre and post, immediately post, the number of baptisms which were recorded were encouraging. They were in over 100,000. But let's bring another point, which I want you also to highlight, that as we are talking of the end of mission, we've seen God revealing Himself. Why is He revealing Himself? Because the crisis is facing the earth. Crisis of darkness, and that is the one, but we have been involved. But now we are still told, even as a church, as we engage in this, we should look more than just the numbers being dipped into the water, but look at it, the success, more holistically.
Does it include Pastor Mark Finley coming to Africa, preaching the word, getting more baptisms, building more churches, having more SDA programs on television? That's the question. In 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6, Paul writes, I planted, Apollos watered, but Jesus, can someone read it? 1 Corinthians 3, verse 6. 1 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 6. I can read it from here. I planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. So as Christians, we should focus on the process.